So when I was a sophomore in college, one of the many jobs I had was at Bed Bath & Beyond. So I was going to school, going to work, doing two jobs, and then doing community theater. So when I worked at Bed Bath & Beyond, I had some very interesting experiences because it's not a very diverse demographic that shops at the specific Bed Bath & Beyond that was near my house. RIP to the Beds, the Baths, and the Beyonds. I hated that job. But one little moment from that job experience that I was thinking about is I was checking out this guy. It was like this big, stocky white guy, and I would say he was like middle aged. And there was a homeless guy that would like sit at the door or like try to come into the store. And homeless people would come in there all the time, not wreaking havoc at all, just doing what they need, use the bathroom, whatever. So the homeless guy was asking people for money at the door, and the guy that I was checking out, he was like, "Ugh, he should just go and get a job." And then I got to thinking, if you are trying to get a job, 9 times out of 10, whenever you go on a job interview, whenever you go to seek any type of employment, you dress for the part. And you dress for the part because you know it's important to be presentable in order to try to get the job, to be pleasing, at least to the eye. So then I was like, wait, imagine how many people in this world, how many people over the years have tried to get jobs and tried to come up in life and tried to find employment when they were in deep and dire circumstances, and they couldn't because they didn't have the clothes, they didn't have the attire, they didn't have the ability to take care of their hygiene, so they weren't offered the job. Perhaps they weren't even given the opportunity to enter the building. Now, the way that I live, I give money away all the time because, one, I don't like to carry cash, but also because it's just cash, like it's going to come back. But I've never for a moment thought about what somebody was going to do with the money that I gave them because that is not my responsibility. That is not my business. Not every person who doesn't have a house is addicted to drugs, is doing something bad with the money. You genuinely never know what people are going through, and you are closer to homelessness than you think. But in all of that, you cannot be conditional with your generosity. I mean, you can be generous with whoever you want to be generous with, but are you being genuinely generous? And of the few things I got from that job, I got a lot of perspective. So just remember, you cannot understand someone's whole life based on what you see. And just remember that everybody has needs, whatever that looks like.